making the catch first and then taking off.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, go field, take it. Go enter.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill.
The
And
fuck
he's
happened?
got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown
Wait,
of the new
what?
season. And the Dolphins
The
are on the
fuck just
board
happened?
first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, he was just torched.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's weird.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. The Patriots are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's done. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 1. Looking middle, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Down to the 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away now for tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not
Yo,
be
hey, you
returnable. It's out
demolished
of the back
your
of the
last
end
game?
zone for a touchback.
Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to the level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Two and now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive. The plays down, a nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll be
Does this
brought
nigga
down
have
here
10?
at the 3-yard line.
I swear.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Yes, yes, Tank.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And so he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Gibson will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary get picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down like the 20-yard line.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
I had a
For
fucking
Kidder here, it's
touchdown.
complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Back to throw again.
Score.
He gets it complete to Harris.
7 to
And the
14.
Patriots are going to be sent up for the first.
I'm streaming it right now, and by the way.
Made at the 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That'll
Of
be
course, bro.
incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches surprise. And the Patriots have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point attempt to follow here. And we've got a good one brewing. 13. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Ready? And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
I don't know what he's trying.
Tua, a final shot before half. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
You talking to me?
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down
You
the
said I'm
coast now
trying,
to
or you said the
Orlando.
other
That's
dude?
where we find Jonathan Coach.
Yeah, dude, he
with
was trying to
EA
score.
Sports halftime
Oh,
report.
yeah.
Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's see what he's going to.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki.
Of course, can't
And they're
wait
going to have this across midfield and inside the
That's
45.
wonderful.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it.
Thank
And
God, bro.
Gesicki is tied
Because
in.
I don't understand why he
And he
got
is going to
completely
have the
torched like that.
Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays,
He's
you
lucky
hardly
he
ever
went
see anyone
underneath.
really run for
That's
it
what
on
I'm saying.
short
Like, I don't
yardage.
understand why
So
that
they're
should
going to
Both
pull
happen.
receivers got
more
open.
times than
I
not.
don't
That was a
understand
nice,
why.
easy
Like,
rhythm
they
throw
even
right
got
there, and they pick
they
up the
even
first
got
down.
fucking sent them back a little bit further. There's gonna be a crosser on this left side. Oh, on this right side, my bad.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's taken down. Trying to do 1 or 2. It's getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here we go. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 12, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. A nice little
It's
juke.
crazy
And they've
how I
got
have him
this down
shaded
to about the
inside too.
12-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time caught.
I
And
need,
he
I
gets
need
him
to
a little
remember that
bit
this nigga
closer.
has
He
10.
takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On now the Miami field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt.
I
And
could
his
take a half
kick
stop.
is right there. It's good. And the
I
Dolphins
can
have come
appreciate a
back
half
now to
stop.
regain the lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive in the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he gets this up past the 30. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Thank God.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. Always got some breathing room. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he is a touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Going up top. Let's clock the 25.
Yes, and
he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Wasn't.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I think we're seeing for all the season. Go for first on one.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Antonio Gibson. His touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins answer touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Sweating. Yeah, my glasses were.
Splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
The jacket. Is that with the heat stroke?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
One second.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's
I'll play other games because I don't know.
touchback.
Of course, I'm down to play a whole game. Now that the airline's working.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain
one. We can get the one.
Two out to the 27.
Don't do that.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as the receivers, tight ends.
I got to call Tiger's armor set.
In the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs could try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to nowhere to go here.
Oh, fucking course, bro.
And this is picked up
I try to throw the ball away and I get punished for it.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hey, a 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down the 10-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
They're just fucking asleep.
Here we go. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to find his way into the end zone for the Dolphins. Dalvin Cook, a 10-yard touchdown run.
Niggas always get
And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
At least one.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
There's no reason it should have been a fucking fumble. No reason at all.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
It also doesn't help that every person I played has had a 99 speed wide receiver.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I said it's
Last
just
time out,
like
they had
it's
the
so
fumble
annoying
that led to the
that
touchdown. Not a
everyone
great
I've
look on
played
either side of the ball as the defense
has had
gave
a
up the points
99
to Charles,
speed
but
wide
they've got to
receiver.
take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
99 is crazy. I don't know about 99, but definitely like 95.
Put their
There'd
defensive
be
feet
mad
tonight.
speedsters in the
Really
drafts, and we've had
there
about,
by dropping
we're
the
on
ball
year
on the
4,
ground.
so
But an easy way to
we had
make it
about
up.
4 drafts of
Get
speedsters
out
coming
there
into
now,
the
get
league.
some points on this drive.
Shit is so
Like,
fucking annoying.
look at your quarterback. Your quarterback's a speedster.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the
Following
same
the
time, like
incomplete pass, here they go
right
again.
now, I
Second
don't
and 10
have
from the
an
25.
immediate solution
The play
if
action
someone were to
fake.
try to
They'll look
blitz
to
me.
throw. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On third, here's an option play right.
Like you
And
see,
he
like
will lose yardage and be
he's able
backed
to
up to the
press
24.
and not really be too worried
2 minutes left to play in
because
this
he
football
knows like
game here on EA Sports.
I don't have like there's not I don't the speed I have doesn't really fucking bother him.
Don't you have like Tyquan Thornton and
No,
is Jared
As expected, they're going for it to keep the
Tyquan?
he wasn't on the team, bro.
looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
There's Jared.
Yeah,
They get one. The extra points up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And now looking at the clock here,
I
they
wish
do
I can
have
get a
2
luck fumble, man.
timeouts, but
I
even
need
if
it
they
right now.
force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They run the counter with Cook. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, it's Cook
You know what,
again.
fucking
And they'll be inside the 35 now,
shit,
the 34-yard
fucking
line.
moved my lineman over to
Consecutive
that
runs
side,
of 6
and
yards
they
gives them a
fucking just
first
get
and 10.
washed. That's
But they
great.
picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now
Fucking great.
in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Here's Cook again.
Like,
And
what the
brought
fuck am I
down,
supposed
but
to
not
do, bro?
before they're inside
I
the
can't fucking
25.
hit stick him.
Call it a gain of 11 yards,
Whatever, bro.
and that should just about do it. No
Fucking
doubt those are the
fluke
types of
touchdown for
carries they're
him.
looking for here, Charles.
in
The
the
lead in the
fucking
fourth
game.
quarter. This is when coaches that have a
Crazy.
reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be here. We're not going to throw it here.
Welcome back to this little scrap right
And
now
if you,
with some
they can't
Italian
score.
out of Templars.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Ready? So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Miami, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week
Well,
to
it's
take
time
on
for me to
the
go to
Tampa
sleep.
Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New England,
Oh, God.
they'll
You can
fall
go that.
1-2,
Huh?
and they'll be back home next.